The ranger was halfway through, locking his cabin door when he heard it. Not a growl, not a roar. A soft, broken sound, almost like a cough. He froze. Then came the knock. 3 slow, deliberate taps against the wooden door. Out here, deep inside the reserve, animals didn't knock. His hand hovered over the latch as his heart began to race. Outside, the wind howled through the trees, carrying the smell of rain and danger. He told himself it was probably a branch, or exhaustion playing tricks on his mind. Then the knock came again, this time heavier. The ranger opened the door just a few inches and stepped back in horror. Standing on his porch, soaked from the storm, was a full-grown leopard. Her golden eyes locked onto his. She didn't bare her teeth. She didn't snarl. She lowered her head. And then, se criet. Criet. If you're watching this, stay with me. Because what this ranger did next broke every rule of the wild and saved more than one life. The ranger's name was Daniel Hale. He'd worked in wildlife conservation for over 12 years. He'd faced charging elephants, wounded lions, and poachers with rifles. Fear wasn't new to him. But this shattered everything. He thought he understood. The leopard stood unnaturally still. Her sides heaved with every breath. Mud clung to her belly, and when Daniel's eyes drifted lower, his stomach dropped. She was pregnant. Betty pregnant. Daniel's instincts screamed at him to close the door. Leopards were unpredictable, especially mothers. One wrong move, and he'd be dead before he hit the floor. But the leopard didn't demob a closer. She took one slow step back. Then she lay down. Right in front of his door, Daniel whispered to himself, "No, no, this can't be real." And yet, it was. The storm intensified. Thunder cracked overhead. Rain pounded the roof. The leopard let out another low, desperate sound, weaker this time. Daniel noticed blood, just a thin trail, but unmistakable, mixing with the rain beneath her tail. She was in labor. Out here, alone, during a storm. Daniel had a choice. Follow protocol or follow his heart. He radioed for backup. Static. The storm had knocked out the signal. The nearest ranger station was over an hour away, and even if help came, it might be too late. The leopard lifted her head again and looked straight at him, not like a predator, like a mother asking for help. Daniel unlocked the door fully. If this story is touching something inside you, remember where you're rewatching from. It matters more than you think. He moved slowly, keeping his hands visible, speaking softly like he would to a frightened child. "It's okay. I won't hurt you." The leopard didn't flinch. That was when Daniel realized something that chilled him even more than fear. She had chosen him. She could have gone anywhere. Instead, she came to the only place with light, shelter, and a human. Daniel grabbed every blanket he owned and spread them just inside the cabin. Outer storage room, a small concrete space, usually reserved for injured animals. Backed away. The leopard rose, trembling. One step, then another. She crossed the threshold. Daniel shut the inner door behind her and locked himself in the main cabin, his hands shaking so badly he nearly dropped the keys. For the next hour, all he could do was listen. The sounds on the other side of the wall were unlike anything Edie ever heard. Low, shallow breaths, the scrape of claws against concrete. At one point, everything went silent. Daniel pressed his forehead against the wall. "Please, please don't die." Minutes passed. Then he heard it. A tiny sound. A cry. Then another. Daniel's knees buckled. She had delivered, but celebration was short-lived. The crying stopped. Panic surged through him. He cracked the door open, just enough to look. 2 cubs lay beside her. One was moving. The other wasn't. Daniel felt tears sting his eyes. The mother leopard nudged a still cub again and again, letting out a broken sound that cut deeper than any roar. Then she did something that shattered him. So looked up straight at Daniel and pushed the lifeless cub toward the door, as if asking him to fix it. Daniel broke. He rushed inside, throwing caution to the wind. He'd been trained for emergencies like this, not with leopards, but life is life. He checked the cub. Faint heartbeat. Weak, but there. He's not gone, Daniel whispered. He worked fast, warming the tiny body, clearing airways, rubbing gently. Seconds felt like hours. Then, a twitch. A breath. A cry. Daniel collapsed to the floor, sobbing openly as the cub came back to life. The mother leopard watched everything. She didn't attack. She didn't interfere. She trusted him. If you've made it this far, don't leave. Because what happened next changed Daniel's life forever. By morning, the storm had passed. Sunlight streamed through the trees as backup finally arrived. But what they found stunned the entire team. The leopard hadn't left. She sat calmly beside Daniel's cabin, her two cubs nestled against her. And when other rangers approached, she growled, "Not at Daniel, at everyone else." She stood protectively between him and the cubs, as if claiming him as part of her family. The footage spread quickly through conservation circles. A wild leopard choosing a human, trusting him, defending him. Weeks later, after veterinary care and monitoring, the leopard and her cubs were relocated to a protected sanctuary zone. On the day she was released, Daniel stood watching from a distance. The leopard turned back one last time, held his gaze, then disappeared into the wild. Daniel resigned from field duty soon after. Today, he runs a wildlife rescue center dedicated to emergency maternal care for wild animals, inspired by one rainy night when a leopard knocked on his door. Because sometimes, nature doesn't see us as enemies. Sometimes, it sees us as hope. If this story stayed with you, please like the video, subscribe, and comment your city. Your support helps stories like this reach people who still believe kindness matters, even in the wild.